everyone, I'm back to show you how to make the little note cards. These are 4.5 by 4.25 that go inside the little bag or purse, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to show you how to make 2 different kinds of envelopes. I know not everybody has the envelope punch board, so there's 2 ways to make it. So I'm going to start off by showing you how to make the card. And the card base for this is going to be 4.5 by 8.25. No, I'm sorry, 8.5. And you're going to score it at 4.25. And that's going to give you your 4.5 by 4.25 inch card. And I've already done that, so I'm just going to go ahead and press that down. Now, this is the Lucky Limeade from Stampin' Up. And then I used the Flower Shop stamp set and the Pansy Punch for my flower. I have a piece of Whisper white cardstock that measures 4.25 by 4. And I'm going to run this piece through my Texture Boutique, which I have right here in front of me. Sorry, I have to grab my plates. And I'm going to use both plates and the little shim, since it's only one piece of cardstock. And I'm going to use this little Cuttlebug strip. It came in a little set, and I wanted just the polka dots. So how I do this is I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to use my mat. It's got 1-inch squares, and I'm going to line this up so my cardstock is on the bottom line here. And then I'm going to take my embossing folder and I'm going to line it up on the 3-inch mark here up from the bottom. And you don't have to be so picky about this part. That's just how I do it. And when I'm sitting here making a bunch of these, I just get in the mode of that's where I know I want it. And then I'm just going to pick it up and put it on my plate and my shim. I'm just going to set it down. Take my other little black plate, put it right on top, and stick it right through the Texture Boutique. So I'm just going to run that through. Set that aside. Put it down here. So then we have a little piece of cardstock that has embossing. So I'm done with that, and now I'm going to do some twine. I have some Lucky Limeade Baker's twine, and I'm just going to wrap it my normal 3 times around and tape it to the back. So I'm going to start with this side. So I'm just going to tape that little piece down. Got wrapped around my finger. Just like that. Then we're just going to snip that extra off. And that's it for the twine. And I don't want it to crisscross in the middle, so I'm just going to kind of slide it with my fingers over so it's more towards the left side. Kind of like that. So now it crisscrosses over here. Go ahead and attach this to the front. These are really fast cards if you're wanting to just pump out a whole bunch or a set of them. They're really simple and really easy to do. It doesn't take much for these. So I'm just going to center this on the front. Just like that. And there we go. Twine is moving over. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I have my stamps ready. Well, I don't need the flower stamp. I do need the thank you. And I'm using the Lucky Limeade ink. And I'm just going to stamp my thank you down here. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Make sure I have it going the right direction. And just stamp. So there's my thank you. I'm going to take my flower and I'm going to put, I did have some little 1/4-inch square dimensionals. I'm trying to use these up before I order any of the Stampin' Up! Ones. So I'm going to stick one up here. And then a couple down here. Just like that. Peel the backs off. And then I'm just going to stick my flower kind of cockeyed right over that little spot where I gathered the twine. So then the front of the card will look like that. I'm going to put a little rhinestone. And I need to see what size I used. It was the bigger one. So I have my Stampin' Up! Rhinestones. I'm going to use one of the larger ones. And just stick it in the center of my flower. So there's my card. And like I said, I didn't do the insides yet. I'm just going to put probably a piece of white, Whisper White cardstock and just do some inking on it. So there's that. While I'm at it, I just noticed I didn't put a rhinestone on my bag. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. As in, my brain is all over the place. So there we go, much cuter. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make 2 different kinds of envelopes for this. The first one, I'm going to show you with the envelope punch board. And I know not everybody has it, so there is an alternative. This is a 4.5 by 4.5 inch card. Envelope. It's okay if that's how you want to make it, but there's about a 1/2 inch on the top, and I kind of don't like that. But for this one, we're going to use the punch board. And when you look under 4.5 by 4.5, you need a piece of paper or cardstock at 7.5 and 7.5. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that real quick. I'm just using some copy paper, which is what I make a lot of my envelopes out of. So there we have our 7.5 inch squared piece. And then it says that we need to line it up at 3 3/4. So we're going to line that up at 3 3/4, punch, and then you're going to score. And then you're supposed to line this one up with the little tail here, and it actually ends up being 3 3/4 again, all the way around. So we're going to do that all 4 times. And this is why I'm not real thrilled with this one, because I don't like, it doesn't fit the card the way I want it to. So there you have your envelope for that one. So then you'll just fold in all of your sides. Just like that. So then you have your envelope and you can just put your adhesive here and then close it up. Like that. So the other one, I came up with this one to go more specific for that size of card, which is the 4.5 by 4.25. And I like the way that this one works better. So I'm going to use my scoreboard. And I'm going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of copy paper. And you can use the designer series paper. You can use a lighter printed paper. Cardstock to me is just too heavy for envelopes. But I guess if you're going to mail them or something, that would be okay too. So the way that you're going to score this is on the 11-inch side, you're going to score at 2.25. And then you're going to score at 6 5/8. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And then you are going to turn it. And you're going to score at 1 7/8. Right there. And 6 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it for that. So then you want to just kind of fold all of your score lines. Just like that. On the sides. And this side. So this is going to make more of a square envelope. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your scissors and you're going to, now how did I do that? Okay, we're going to cut this rectangle down here out. I'm going to notch this piece here. I'm going to use my larger scissors for this. And we're just going to go all the way up. So we're going to take out that side. We're going to take out this one. I'm just going to angle it right there. So then it looks like that. And then we have the two little squares up here that we're going to take out. So I'm just going to angle this cut here. And I'm going to angle this top piece. This is going to be the top flap. Then we're going to do it again on this side. And this side. So it's going to look like that. So then what you're going to do is you're going to fold in your sides. And then this bottom piece is going to come up, and that's where you're going to put your adhesive. I'm going to round my little corners, and I'm just going to use my little corner rounder here. You can use the punch board for this if you have it out, if you really wanted to. That did not round very well. And then this side. So I'm going to go ahead and use my ATG tape right here on my edge. just like that. I'm just going to fold it up. And then I'm going to punch. I'm going to take my 1-inch circle punch. I'm just going to place it right inside here, and I'm going to punch out probably about half of a circle. Oh, I think my punch is getting all jacked up again. There we go. I'm going to have to sharpen that. So then you have a little notch. So when you put the card in there, you have a little place to put your finger to pull the card out. And I just like the way that it fits the card better. It's more the size of the card versus the 4.5 by 4.5. There's just too much room. I don't like it. So just like that. I mean, it's okay. It works either way. So there is 2 different types of envelopes that you can make with a 4.5 by 4.25 inch card. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video and make some of these little boxes. They're so cute, or bags I should say, little bags. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!